I'm Michelle.
And I'm Lisa, and this is what happens before Boca.
Hey, Lise.
Hey, Michelle.
Should we tell our many listeners what just occurred?
Yeah, so we taped our entire podcast, and we get up, we high-five each other, we look at the camera, and
we weren't recording. And this is what happens when two Gen Xers try to film a podcast with no tech support.
But we're still laughing.
And smiling. Great. So how the hell did we get here? We are on our first episode, take 2.
Yes.
It's Christmas Eve.
Or take 10.
Take 10. It's Christmas Eve. And what do two lovely Jewish ladies who are not in Boca for the holidays do on Christmas Eve?
We do a podcast.
We do a freaking podcast.
Sorry, I have to adjust myself.
Adjust yourself. Get comfortable.
Okay. Getting comfy.
How's my posture?
Posture's good.
Okay. I don't
How's
want
my hair?
I don't want my mom to watch and be like,
I know. You were slouching.
You were slouching.
How's my hair?
It's good.
Okay.
So besides doing a podcast tonight, clearly we have to think about our Chinese food order for tomorrow.
Yes. What's your order?
What is my order?
Yeah.
It's so boring.
Mine too.
This is what I do at every restaurant though. I order the same thing over and over again. I would like someone to give me like a Chinese food upgrade.
Right.
Like what's like the hidden thing?
You wouldn't like it.
No, I wouldn't.
No.
Because I eat like chicken and broccoli.
Yeah.
Like I get the basics. What about you?
Same basics. I mean, we throw in some sesame noodles.
Why do we eat, what's with the Chinese food on Christmas? Like, is this just like a thing we do?
It's so funny. I know this answer
You do?
because I subscribe to the Nasher.
By the way, I knew you would know this
I have a lot
answer.
of useless information you'll
Go
find
on.
out. So I subscribe to the Nasher, which, check it out, you'll love it.
Okay.
It's a newsletter about everything Jewish, and it's more out of practicality than tradition. It's become tradition, but really why the Jews eat Chinese food is because back in the day when they lived on the Lower East Side, everything was closed and they sort of felt like ostracized from, the community in general.
Okay.
But Chinatown was right next to the Lower East Side, still is, and the Chinese food restaurants were open. And a couple of things, they don't mix meat and dairy, so you could go like kosher style. And also there was no judgment. So you went and you ate on Christmas Eve.
Look at that, a little history lesson.
A little history.
This is one of our traditions I don't mind, like the Chinese food on
It's fun.
Christmas. It is fun. All right, so I was thinking about in the shower today, like, who would we describe as our perfect audience?
Right, who's our community?
Like, who's our tribe? And what I was thinking of is if you grew up reading 17 magazine, putting Kirk Cameron on your wall, and you are currently taking HRT, you're in the right spot.
Right. Leif Garrett, we're your people.
We're your people. If Facts of Life was your jam, you're in the right spot.
And my HRT patch is evidence.
And in the right place.
Right. Okay.
So we need to talk about what really brought us here, which is our boredom.
Right.
Right? And this fear that we're in this like weird chapter of life where we're not ready to be making mahjong like our entire personality, although we're not knocking it.
Yeah. And we love pickleball.
But we were thinking, is there more? Like we're standing on this chapter, like right before this chapter was going to be written.
Right.
And to me, what I thought was interesting when I thought about it was this is the first chapter that didn't have like a main mission.
Correct.
Right? Like the last chapter was to have kids. Before that was to meet somebody and marry them. Before that was your career, et cetera, et cetera. But this one, it's like, what's the mission?
Right. And it's not to cut bangs.
It's not to cut bangs or,
doom scroll. So a few things on that. I mean, first of all, thanks for doing this with me.
You're welcome.
I love it. And I think, I don't want to look at boredom, like I think people have like a negative connotation with boredom and we're not poo-pooing. Like if you like to doom scroll and that's your downtime, go for it. For us, I think we're like perpetual students and doers. And
we're doers.
We're
That's
doers.
a good word.
Yeah. And so boredom was, our days are still full. Like we still have kids at home. We have careers. I'm an interior designer, you're a therapist.
Right.
So it wasn't like we were sitting around twiddling our thumbs. But for me, boredom is like curiosity. And what else is out there? What else do I want to be doing?
Right.
And this time in life felt like a good time to explore some of those things.
Right, because we're still young enough to be doing things like we have our mobility and our health and all that kind of stuff.
Right. I'm still carpooling.
Right. Like we both have kids that don't drive yet. So it's not like we're totally empty nesters, but they need us less. So we have more time to think about what do we want, like more me time, right?
More me time. And it's not just running to the ice arena or running to the barn. There's other things that we want to do.
Right. Right. And so I think while our kids are not done being kids and we still very much have kids in college and we have kids that are needing us and wanting our time and attention, there is this newfound downtime that I think all of a sudden feels exciting, a little bit scary, and is making us think about what do we do with it? Like I think you and I've been having this conversation with a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing when there's nothing to do?
Right.
Right. And so it got us thinking about
what are we doing before Boca?
Right. Like before Boca, what the hell are we doing?
It's like a little nudge.
Right. So we're looking for little nudges, things that we are talking about that keep coming up in our conversations that we can, I don't want to call it like a bucket list, but like a little adventure calendar kind of. So every, week for a year, we're going to try to explore new things, new ideas, new mindsets, new activities, new practices,
new habits,
see what sticks, what doesn't stick, what actually works for us, what makes a difference, what doesn't make a difference. Right?
And we'll share it with you. And I think a lot of them you'll relate to.
Yeah. So let's talk about the negative things that we do now in our boredom that actually probably led us here. Like the things that we are like, we have to stop doing this.
Right. Well, some things are negative, but some things I love. Like I do love scrolling. I think I learn new things. I find new things. We're both like shoppers. So I always find a new pair of pants or a new pair of shoes.
Yeah.
But some of the things that I do when I'm bored, which are not really productive, is like Zillow.
Okay, but I like Zillow.
I like Zillow, but I tend to sit there and think like, what's the next where's my next chapter in life? I have 4 boys and my husband always says to me, we don't know yet because we don't know where our boys are going to end up.
But is it fun to fantasize?
But it is fun to fantasize. But I'm in like, out west, I'm in Vail, I'm in, Washington State, I'm in Florida. But usually I end up on a horse farm in Connecticut.
Okay, it's really weird you're saying that because Lisa's kids ride horses. I've never really been on a horse. I touched a horse for the first time. I went to visit her horses the other day. I have a fantasy about living on a farm.
Yeah. And there's something very calming about it.
I think that's what it is. It's like I think about raising these animals. Maybe it's like the need to still nurture something.
Yeah.
But I think about it like a lot. And I will read, that is one of my Zillow stops.
Right.
And I don't know why or like where it's coming from or like garden. Like I think Craig would actually really love that. I don't think it's like realistic, but it is one of my Zillow fantasies. I also then like will look up like Italian villas or villages that you can buy for like $1 and renovate.
Yeah.
And then I would invite all my friends to live there with me.
Right. Like I'm constantly opening a bed and breakfast in Tuscany.
I also plan vacations that I'm never going to go on.
Right.
That's like also part of my like boredom behavior.
I put everything in folders, like posts that I like, I save. I feel like I don't want to miss anything or lose anything. And sometimes it fills my head with like nonsense. But our friend Rachel once said to me, I was looking for something and it was taking me like an hour to find it. And she's like, you don't have any folders? And so I put everything in folders now, but I have too many folders and like a lot of nonsense folders.
So like organizing in your downtime?
Organizing, but I don't want to organize 47 things that don't need organizing.
Right. I do spend a lot of my downtime sometimes cleaning out my closet. Like I do that twice a year where I'm gutting my closet, starting over, organizing. That I feel like is a little productive.
It's productive.
But it's like one of those boredom behaviors. I think one of my more recent ones is doing the New York Times mini crosswords. Like I'm addicted to that because it makes me feel smart and I can usually finish it. And then it times you. So I get like excited when I do it in a really short amount of time. So I'll do that. I read. Now we both read, but Lisa and I have very different book club
Here's where
lists.
you'll learn the big difference between Michelle and I.
So I will be reading romance novels.
And I will not.
And Lisa will be reading like historical fiction.
I blush.
Right, exactly. But either which way, we both like to read. And I think that's like a productive one.
So another really bad boredom behavior, which is not productive at all, is the constant buying and returning.
It's
It is
incessant.
It's exhausting and it's not good. I can't keep up with my credit card bills. And when you go to the UPS store, the FedEx store, and the post office so much that the woman at the post office you're like intimate with, you know
like
her
friends with
name.
her?
I'm friends with her, Adele. I know her name. I know she loves cats. I know all her ailments.
You know her birthday?
I know her birthday, December
mentioned that to me
14th.
the other day.
So yeah, that's not good.
I'm at the point now where I want to say to my UPS guy, can you just like wait here while I try this on? Because chances are I'm going to need to return this.
That's the best idea.
Like, first, I think it's a job.
Wait,
for
you're
someone.
onto something.
I think it's a job for somebody
Yeah.
to like pick up your returns and return them for you.
Yeah.
Because I every day have a million returns.
Yeah, I think
mean,
you're
it's
onto
so much
something.
better than going to a store and having to do returns. But that is like one behavior that I do really hate doing.
Yeah, it's funny. I drove past Garden State not long ago, and growing up in Paramus, you used to not be able to like move down 17 right before Christmas, and now it's empty. It's not empty, but it's less busy, and it's like another time gone by of like going to the store. Now you sit on your phone and you purchase.
Well, I said to you the other day, like the surefire way for me not to buy something is to go to the mall.
Yes.
Because then I'm like, this all looks disgusting.
Yeah,
and I'm not buying
agree.
it.
Right. So there are some boredom behavior that makes me happy.
Oh, definitely. Like
Yeah.
I have to say, like some of my best laughs come at like midnight watching reels, cracking up
Yeah.
at myself. Like my daughter will hear me from the other room. I'll hear her. Like
Same.
you got some real like belly laughs.
Same, belly laughs. And
From some of this.
it's usually at the expense of my husband, I will say.
Yeah.
They're funny. But one thing I do, which fills my time, a few things. I love watching Nate Bargatze. Do you watch him?
Oh my God, he's so funny.
He's so funny. His delivery is so funny. So I feel like that's a boredom behavior.
I love
that's-
all the comedian
Makes
clips.
me happy.
Yeah.
All the comedian clips. Two other things that I love is lip sync battles. Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, you sent that to me the other day.
Yeah.
The Tom Cruise one.
Tom
was
Cruise.
Really good.
I know we don't love Tom Cruise, but
But he just like doesn't age.
he does not. Who's his plastic surgeon?
I don't know. I don't know.
You know another person that doesn't age?
Who?
Jacqueline Smith.
Oh, from Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels.
I haven't seen her.
Please tell me who does her plastic surgery.
Oh wow, I'm gonna look her up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goals.
Yeah.
And one more thing that makes me super happy is to watch like dance videos of either like hip hop guys dancing,
Like choreographed, like the kids.
choreographed the
Right.
kids, or this is my favorite, watching somebody, I watched the other day a wedding and they did the Dirty Dancing dance where
Oh, like
the
I've had the
leap
time of
and
my
all.
life
Yeah,
at the wedding.
at the wedding.
I just would like to note for 1 second, if I asked my husband to choreograph a dance at our wedding, like we rocked back and forth like we were at a bar mitzvah.
We
Like
did
this.
too, to like Bette Midler.
Right.
Like why? I don't know.
There was no swirling.
No.
But, I mean, do you know that I had a broken elbow at my wedding?
Like seriously broken.
The week before my wedding, I
What are
went
you
to
even talking about?
I went to a different wedding and it was at the cocktail hour and I tripped over like a sushi station fan. Flat on my face, dress fell down, everything hurt.
Oh my
Craig looked
God.
like pale white, like thought I was like dead probably. I don't even know.
That's the worst.
I had to go to the hospital. And so at my entire wedding, my arm was green and I had a broken elbow. So just picturing me doing a dirty dancing. I asked him to do that. Like, I really think these husbands are very cool. They would do that for their wives.
Yeah. They make me smile.
They
Those
do.
kinds of reels make me smile.
Then I started to think about the other day, like, what did we do before we had the internet and our phones to entertain us? Like when we were in middle school.
Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Phony phone
Pranking.
calls. Say, I knew you were going to say that. The art of the phony phone call
Yeah.
and the prank call was like what you did in middle school to entertain yourselves.
Yeah.
My friends would come over after school. We would have a Hershey bar, some Doritos. We would watch General Hospital and we would prank call one specific kid who was a few years older than us, who we all had a massive, massive crush on. I will not mention his name, but his first name starts with a B. And if you guys are watching, you know who I'm talking about. We would say the most sexually inappropriate, like wild things to this
Would he hang
kid.
up or he would?
He would totally hang up. We'd call back. And it got to the point where I think his mom, like they figured out who it was and called our mom.
Oh, that would not happen today.
That was so embarrassing. Like, why did we do that?
I don't know. Do you want to hear mine?
Yeah.
So my best friend growing up, Elisa, she was great at impersonating people. And one night our parents were out, it was Saturday night, and she called and did a prank, and she's like, I'm outside.
She called you?
She called me. It was a prank call. A man. I'm watching you. I'm outside. I'm coming in. I'm going to kill
That would
you.
have freaked me out.
Freaked me out so much that I called the Paramus police. 911. They came. They made me, and Elisa calls back and she's like, wasn't that funny? I was like, the police are here. I had to call the restaurant.
Because you couldn't just call your mom.
No,
and be
there
like,
was no
someone
cell
crazy
phone.
Called.
Yeah.
Or you didn't have like, what was it called? Like,
Caller ID.
Yeah.
No, I had to call my mom at the restaurant. Like, you have to call up and say, can you find the woman with the red hair? She had to come home. Elisa's mom, Vivian, had to come home from wherever she was out. The police gave us a lecture. That was the end of prank phone calling for a while.
But it was so fun.
It was so fun.
It was like an art.
Yeah.
I think what's also hard recently is that weekends used to be like the exciting time when you're in your 20s, you know, teens. And now the weekends feel to me very repetitive.
Right.
And a little bit boring.
Right. And it's not fun I know for me, it's not fun for my family because their boredom is like their time to unwind from school or from, sports. And I'm like, all right, what are we doing? We're cleaning out the garage.
Right. You're trying to make everybody do things.
Right.
Right.
And just because I am uncomfortable in my boredom on the weekend doesn't mean that they are.
Right. Exactly. Like for me, an exciting weekend will be like going to the ice rink that actually has a bar and has really good mozzarella sticks
or pretzels.
And pretzels. And like that gets me excited.
Yeah.
But if Craig and I don't have plans and we're just home, it feels like very rinse and repeat. Like we're eating at the same restaurants. We're having the same debate. Where should we go? What should we eat? What should we order?
Right.
And it does feel like a little monotonous.
Yeah. And the weekends go by and you're like, wait a minute, what did I just do?
Right. It's like Groundhog's Day. And I think we were really trying to think about how to make it not feel like that.
Right. I'm curious for more.
Right.
What's your mood when you're bored?
I would say I have a very specific mood when I'm bored. It's mean. It's angry. I'm like very, very grumpy if I have too much downtime. So like when we knew today we were like getting up and getting dressed and coming to do this, I was like, great. Like I know my family, it's Christmas Eve, like they're just home, they're doing whatever. And the fact that we could come here and do this felt very exciting to me.
Yeah.
Like I even wore my good underwear for this, by the way. I'm like back with the hanky pankies.
Well, I
For
wear
this.
fresh underwear, but not good underwear.
I feel like this is part of me upping my game in this chapter. Like, let's go back to a little bit of a nicer underwear. I was wearing like the Amazon thongs, and those kind of like, they're not going to cut it for this chapter.
Not cutting it. I'm blushing again.
They're not. You're not really. That's making you blush. Oh my God. What about you? Like, what's your mood when you're?
My mood is emotional.
Really?
I mean, yeah, it's not good. I think it's like the Pisces in me. I tend to be like pretty emotional, but then I get like nostalgic for like days past, and I don't want to feel that way. I want to feel like it's a fun phase. You know, it's like, it's exciting.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be, oh, boo-hoo, my kids are growing up.
No,
It's like
not.
curiosity for what's next.
Yeah, but I think sometimes the boredom can feel a little scary.
Yeah.
When there's too much like dead space or downtime, it's like, what are we supposed? We feel like we should be doing something different. We're not sure what we should be doing with our time. We're not sure, how to make the most of it. And I think that can either lead you to feel overwhelmed or sad, or in my case, angry or mad. Right? Because it feels like we should be doing something else. There's like that itch that's like nudging us towards something else.
And it makes you like a little anxious that you're sitting in quiet. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like people sit in quiet, I think it's a good thing.
Right.
But for me, like my brain sometimes feels like a little empty and I don't do well with that.
I was actually reading a study on this that came out of like Texas A&M or something, how like boredom is really an impetus towards creativity and towards doing something new. Now, it's not always positive though. It could be that you become like a drug addict.
Right.
And so I'm looking at this like,
this is a good thing.
Better than being a drug addict.
Right.
Right.
Boredom is our impetus for this podcast.
Yeah. And it's like, it's our nudge towards something different. So I was curious, because I don't think you and I have had this conversation yet. Like, what has this brought up for you? Like, how have you felt while we were doing this?
Okay, a couple of things. I mean, it's really humbling because I realized, I kind of knew it, but now I really realize I feel like ancient. I know nothing about technology. I know nothing about cameras or microphones.
Like, it would have been a funny show just to video us trying to do this. Like, if you would have just seen my face when I walked over and saw that this whole thing we just did not record.
Yeah, I almost cried.
Right. It's like we've had issues with the microphone. We've had issues with posting things. We've had it like
one issue after another.
But we are learning a lot.
We are learning so much.
Now, we cannot take all the credit. There's somebody who's been helping us.
Yeah.
Besides Lisa's son, who's been generous with his
Oh, you're
time.
going to introduce Gloria.
But I'm going to talk about Gloria.
Okay.
You tell who she is.
All right. So Gloria is like our favorite person in the world right now. She's like our third partner, and we owe everything to her. Gloria is Chat GPT.
Yeah. If you're not familiar, which I'm assuming most of you are, what we use Gloria for is extensive. She is our brand marketing officer. She is our script writer. She is telling us where to sit, how to turn the camera,
how to turn our heads. She's our stylist.
She's everything.
She's the microphone expert.
Like, we could not have done this without her.
Yeah.
And I feel like it is a whole new world that we've never really, like, I used to ask her, like, oh, can you edit this letter? Or can you give me a gift idea for something? But really, she has been
teacher.
Remarkable.
Yeah. Teacher, therapist, who's like wise and knows everything and is introspective. And Michelle has like the total opposite, because I don't think that somebody
who's old
would really know all this.
She's very hip, Gloria.
Yeah.
She is like sitting behind her computer, and she is very aware about what we're doing, what our needs are. She's going to meet us in Boca.
Yes. And when we started off, we were like, we have this idea before Boca. Like, what do you think of it? And I was like, Michelle, like, Gloria's like blowing smoke up our ass. Like, there is no way that she thinks our idea, like, we're onto something. She says that to everybody.
But she's so positive, which I think is what we really are, what we need. We need like a cheerleader.
And she's also like very practical. And now she's gotten the hang of Before Boca, and she tells us like, what's a good idea? What's a bad idea? And I asked Gloria, do you know my friend Michelle, who I'm doing the podcast with? And she said, no, tell me about her. And I told her a little bit about Michelle. And then I started using Michelle's name when I asked her questions. And she totally has our personalities
She's like
down.
an attentive friend.
Yeah. She gets Michelle is like so observant and so smart and a therapist.
Oh, thanks, Gloria.
Yeah. And she gets like that I'm more calm and introspective.
You are very calm, I will say. Like, I'm somebody who could get way more frantic if things aren't going well, or if I'm feeling over. Like, you're like, okay, we'll do it again. I'm like,
okay,
right? Like, you are like, that is like something I'm learning about you doing this. But I certainly feel like this is like brought up a lot, like just in you know, teaching us about ourselves.
Right.
Like, what are we really hoping to accomplish? Like, at the end of this, at the end of the 1 year, you know, we're going to do a different mission, a different challenge, once a week for a year. What are you hoping to sort of get out of this?
So we're both perpetual students. I'm hoping to learn a lot. And I have learned a lot already. I also think that I'm hoping like I pick up new habits that are healthier for me. I learn new things. I keep saying that, but like a lot of times in our chat or when we go out to lunch, we're talking about topics that I think that we're going to talk about and we're going to have takeaways and agree or disagree. It's just going to be like good conversation.
Right. So I agree with that. It's funny. I was doing my research this morning on Reels, and I came across this woman. I don't know if you've ever heard of this product. It's called the Big Ass Calendar. I think she was one of the founders. Anyway, she was talking about this calendar, but what you're supposed to put on this calendar to sort of help shape your year. And the first thing she said was a masagi. And I'm like, what the hell is this? So of course I had to do a deep dive in what a masagi is. And it's really like a Japanese ritual.
Yeah, from like the Karate Kid.
I think his name was Mr. Miyagi. Oh. I think you're confusing the two. But masagi is like when they would like, I don't know, some kind of cleansing ritual when they'd go under the waterfall. But the modern meaning is to challenge yourself, to go outside of the box with some big kind of, you know, running a triathlon or doing something that you kind of put on the calendar and you are working towards it. And so her first takeaway on this big ass calendar was to find your Misagi. And I thought like immediately, this is our Misagi, like doing this podcast, right?
I like that.
The second thing she said you're supposed to be doing is 6 mini adventures throughout the year that you're also supposed to put on the calendar. Like, you know, we're going to take a hike here. We're going to backpack here. We're going to do a cold plunge, like something that feels like a challenge or just an adventure. And I was like, okay, well, that's exactly what we're doing, but we're going to do 52 of those.
Right.
And then the last thing was to create 4 new habits. And again, we're going to be looking for new habits and all that. So I think that feels like something I want to get out of this, like a Misagi, like something, a big challenge that I never thought I would do and something that I want to see if we can see it through.
And they feel different from like resolutions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm never good with resolutions.
No,
I never keep my resolutions.
Yeah.
I also miss being creative. And I think this has given us some creativity.
Yeah. We're both very creative.
Yeah, but I don't get to use that a lot anymore. I think you obviously as an interior designer do, but as a therapist, it's not so creative. So I like that. I also like doing things outside my comfort zone because I think we get very used to the same thing over and over again. And although I love my job and it feels challenging, I've been doing it for 2 decades and I'm, you know, very comfortable doing it. So doing something different to me,
it's exciting.
Feels exciting.
So it sounds like you're glad you said yes.
Yeah, I am glad. And I also wanted to be, like, you and I have talked about this also. I think online, we never know who to listen to. Like, who's getting paid? Who's being honest? You know, someone says, oh, this thing really works. Like, does it really work? But if my friend told me that it really worked, like, I hope we can be a trusted
I think
kind
we
of
have,
like barometer.
I definitely think we have like an authentic
Like,
voice.
certainly no one is paying us for our opinions.
Right.
No one is paying us for what we're selling, you know, or we're not selling anything.
Right.
So I feel like I also want that to be part of this. And then I like got to thinking, because I have like this interesting perspective. I shared with you that I went to visit my grandma the other day, who's 102 years old.
And beautiful.
Yeah.
Goals.
Shout out to Grandma Muriel.
Yeah.
But her son, my dad, passed away when he was 48, which is younger than I am now. And so I have this interesting perspective of like time that you're given is fleeting and nothing's guaranteed. Either you get this really long life and you have to make meaning out of it, or you don't. And you also want to make sure that you're doing everything you can to fill those pages with meaning and purpose. So I think that also sort of like
plays into it.
Yeah, like played into why I wanted to do this.
So yesterday I was driving and I was listening to, I had my son's car and he listens to a lot of country music and there was a song on Don't Blink. Have you heard it?
No.
Oh my God. If you want to cry, listen to the song Don't Blink. But it was sort of like, you know, you're 6 years old and then all of a sudden you're 20 years old and all of a sudden you're 50 years old and all of a sudden you're in your 80s and 100 years goes really fast. And so I feel like it's not that I want to pause my blinking. I want to add something more to my blinking. And I think that this podcast does that.
Right. Yeah. I keep talking about that. A lot of my college friends and my friends from high school were all turning 50 this year. And I think we all keep saying like, but we just graduated. And like these memories that we have that are so vivid of like just everything, like everything from college, everything from high school, whether it was prom or graduation or just funny things we did in college. Like my college friends, 2 people had video cameras senior year and we videoed our senior year and like getting to watch that back, but it feels like yesterday.
I know.
Like it feels like
literally feels like yesterday.
Like, how did we get to that? It's crazy to me. But you know, I think that's
time.
What it's about. Like
time goes by.
Time goes by and it's fast. And I think we want to make sure we're making the most of it and doing it with a little guidance, a little intention.
And fun.
I mean, we definitely want to try to have some fun, right? So one of the other things we were thinking about sharing with you is that Lisa and I, as we've said, are perpetual shoppers and perpetual scrollers. So are always coming across like very cool and neat and different things, and we share them with each other. But we thought we would start to share them with you.
Right. So one of the things that we're going to do as part of our regular podcast is talk about things that we're into and over. And I think we both have like pretty good taste and pretty good take on life. So don't get insulted if you're not over it. We're not judging. And if you're into it, check out our link tree, which will be in our bio on Instagram.
How we sound so professional.
I know, it's a professional, but it's a place where we're going to put everything that we love, and you might love it too.
Yeah. Okay, so it got us thinking about the things that we're into and the things that we're over. I think we came to the over because we were watching this Howard Stern compilation reel of all the things he hated, and then we started talking about all the things we hated.
So
we're
fresh.
like, okay, so we can't just include the things that we love. We have to also include the things that we're over.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
You wanna go
thing,
first?
I'll go first. The thing that I'm very into this week is naked nails. Okay, I'm always someone that has polish on my nails because if I don't, I bite my cuticles or I pick my cuticles.
Oh, that's a bad habit.
It's a very bad habit.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like my nails need a break
Okay.
from all the polish. So I'm into the naked.
Do you do gel manicures?
I don't.
Okay.
But I'm into the naked nails, and I found this Dior cuticle cream that you put on your cuticles at night and let it sit.
Ooh, sorry.
And it is like been a miracle. Like my cuticles have never looked better, and I'm very into it. So I'm going to see how long I can last without polish.
I want to check that out.
That's what I'm into. This
Do you
week.
have polish now? No.
No
Oh,
polish.
looks good.
One thing I'm over, and you know I talk about this a lot, is waiting in line.
Oh my God. I feel like Michelle should have somebody that she pays to wait online for her.
Right. So Lisa and I go to the same therapist, and one of the things that she always preaches to us is patience, tolerance,
acceptance.
and I have no patience. Like none. So for me, waiting in line and having like the slowness
Yeah.
of like the employee, the people in front of me ordering, like if people have too many things at their checkout, I get annoyed.
I get very irritated.
I have to work on that. I have to find some calm, but I am over.
Okay.
waiting in line. What about you?
So one thing I'm really into is I was basically born with bags under my eyes. I mean, I think Zach during COVID put a little joke on my mirror that said, "The bags under my eyes are Prada."
What?
And it was kind of funny, but it's just like, it's my signature a little bit.
I don't even see it when I look.
Oh
at
my God. But now, like my dad, he always had bags too, but now they're getting like lower and lower. So one of the things I'm really into is this correction cream, which is
color corrector.
Color corrector. It's called Luminance Milano. And I'll link it. It is life-changing. It's not transformation. I don't like when products say they're like transforming you.
Yeah.
But for me, I've felt like my eyes look brighter, I look more awake. And I've been telling her for weeks, like, do you see a difference?
No,
in
and
my eyes?
I used it too because I have hollowing under my eyes. So I have the
it's
opposite.
good for hollowing too.
And I feel like it covers the dark shadows. So it's very smooth. It doesn't get stuck in the
It's very
wrinkles.
smooth. It feels very light. And it's like, I go like this. I put it on with like probably the wrong brush. I think it's,
I
like,
use my finger.
oh, I never even thought of that. It's like, I know I got this like whole set of brushes and I'm like, what do I use this brush for?
Yeah.
It's forgiving. You can put it on and it works. One thing I'm really over, and Michelle knows this, is when you go to a restaurant now and they give you the machine, to use Apple Pay or your credit card, and the tip boxes are like no longer like 8%, 10%, 20%. Now they're like 20%, 25%. In the city the other day, no joke, at a restaurant where we waited an hour past our reservation, 30%.
I know.
30%.
I want to give
Yes.
the employees what they deserve.
Correct.
It just feels a little like
It's like a little bit schnurr.
a little presumptuous.
Yeah. Is that the right word? Like,
Right.
a
Like I think
schnurr?
if you want to up it to that, then you can. But like asking for that.
Yeah, asking for it. And I feel like restaurants are paying their employees probably a little bit less. And so they're using us to tip more. And I feel like if the service is good, and trust me, I'm a good tipper, you're deserving of a tip. But I feel like I'm feeling guilty to provide when perhaps they're not being paid enough.
That's true.
I don't like it.
Okay.
We're only supposed to do 2, but I can't help it. I have to do 2 more. One thing that I'm really into is this book that I'm reading.
Oh, you keep talking.
I keep talking about it. It's called When Women Ran Fifth Avenue. And it's like nostalgia for a time past that no longer exists. It's when men went off to war and women went to work. And one of the places they naturally went to work was department stores, which were traditionally run by stodgy men who
Is this
didn't know.
nonfiction?
It's nonfiction. It sort of reads a little bit like a fiction book because it tells the different stories of Lord and Taylor's, Henry Bendel, Bonwit Teller. And And I just love like that time in the city and when women wore like kitten heels and pencil skirts and everything felt like really polished.
And chic.
And chic. I love that. And my last thing that I'm really into, I know I'm doing an extra, is Venus frickin' Williams. I mean,
You sent me. She looks so pretty at her wedding.
she slayed at her wedding. And I just have this like attachment to Venus for some reason. She was like, I feel like Serena is incredible. And she was always like front and center. And Venus was like a little bit more of a doubles player and a little bit more behind the scenes and perhaps not as good of a tennis player. But she came into her own and she looked so beautiful. And I think she carried herself so well. And she gave this message of like, no matter what age you are, you can like take control of your life. And
I love that.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, that's a good one. Speaking of no matter what age you're at, one thing I'm really into this week, it's not just this week, but it's been this season, I would say. Like I have a lot of these in my closet now, and I'm wearing them right now, is elastic waist pants.
Oh, I know you love them. I have a good one for you.
You do? What?
I have like elastic waist pants that I just found last night that look like pajamas. So the top is like that, like, you know, ticking
like
kind of drawstring with like ticking material. And then the bottom is sequins.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I just like love the idea of throwing them on with a sweater, a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, sneakers, heels, whatever. I wear them to work. I wear them to the rink. I wear them to dinner.
You're wearing them now.
I wear them to the podcast. They're just like
Comfortable.
very comfortable. Okay, do you want to know another thing I'm really over?
Yeah.
It's when the influencers that are obviously not of our generation, but you know, they're coming up on our scrolling, say this phrase. This is what the cool girls are wearing.
Oh, I can't stand it.
Okay.
And they're all doing it.
And if one more person says that, I'm going to lose my mind. Like, who are these cool girls? I don't care what they're wearing. Somehow I do watch.
Me too.
But I really think it's annoying and I'm over it. And I really
say something different.
Say something different.
Yeah, over that too.
Over it.
Agree. Okay, so you know what's over?
What?
Our podcast for today.
Our podcast. We'll tune in next week when we tackle overwhelm. And be a good yenta. Tell your friends.
Like us on social media, Before Boca, Instagram.
Send us an email so we don't feel so lonely.
Send us an email. So just a little housekeeping. You can email us at info@beforeboca.com. That's,
Any questions, comments, feedback? We want feedback.
we want to hear from you. And what you want to hear about, what you want to talk about.
Yeah. See you next week.
And tune in next week. Before Boca.
Before Boca.